everybody, and welcome back to your favorite Aunties podcast. We're so excited to be back for another episode.
Yes.
And I'm actually really excited about this topic because I feel like, we love our 30s. Love our 30s.
Love.
And part of the reason why I love it is because although we have so much more life to live, we definitely do, we've learned so much so far. Like those 20s.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll teach you some things.
Baby.
If you didn't use your 20s to learn, what were you doing?
What were you doing?
So today we're going to talk about some life lessons. It's something that we actually talk about all the time.
All the time.
Not even on purpose. We'll just be like, yeah, girl, we need to do this and we need to do that and we need to change this.
Yes.
So what do you think is the most important life lesson you've learned so far?
The most important life lesson that I've learned thus far is probably believing in myself. I genuinely wish I would have developed this belief a lot sooner, especially in my 20s, because it would have caused me to take chances and to get myself out there.
Yeah.
Although I'm like a social butterfly or like I'm really extroverted, like I really was still very timid in who I was. But just coming into my 30s, I've really gotten to know like, baby, you that girl.
Yes.
And now that I have that awareness, now that I have that love for myself, it's really showing. But if I would have had this in my 20s,
right,
baby, I don't know if we've had this podcast.
No, I agree. I definitely needed to believe in myself more. And that kind of taps on what I would say is my biggest life lesson so far, which is take up space.
Yes.
And it's something that I've just come to realize just now, literally at 31, that it's okay to take up space.
Yeah.
I have spent a lot of my life shrinking. Like when I walk into a room or if I'm in a situation, I automatically slip to the lower place.
Yeah.
But at this point in life, I know that I'm completely worthy and deserving of everything I walk into, and any room I walk into, I am just as elite as anybody else there.
Right.
So be able to like take up space. Don't walk in timid. Pick your chin up. I always tell myself, lift that head up, baby.
Listen.
And walk like you own the place.
What's on the floor? Nothing.
Walk like you own the place. Take up that space. So that's my biggest lesson so far.
You know what? Another big lesson that I'm really getting into right now, write it down. Write it down.
That memory.
Write it down.
And you be feeling so confident, like, no, I'm going to remember this.
Confident.
Going to remember.
Absolutely.
Now we remind each other like, girl, write it down.
No. Literally, you and I will be on the phone. If we say something good, write that down. Come on. And whichever one of us is the most free to write it down. We really will. And it's helped so much, because how many times have we, even in this week, been like, what were we saying? Because that was good.
Exactly.
And then thank you, Holy Ghost, because you bring it back. Well, baby, if you didn't.
It'd be so good in the moment. Within the hour, you'd be like, wait, what was that? Like, we need to take some brain pills, because no. But yeah, your memory is as good as your pen. You got to write stuff down for sure.
But even thinking about taking brain pills, your health.
Your health. Yes. I started taking my health seriously. I always like worked out and did like a little something in my 20s, but your metabolism and your body and all that is different. You can get away with a lot of stuff in your 20s. So once I hit 28, 29 is when I was like, no, because I couldn't just eat what I wanted to eat, and I couldn't just do what I wanted to do. Like them pounds was coming,
baby.
Things was happening, body changing. And I'm like, oh, okay. You got that grown woman body now. You got to do some different stuff.
You do. And you know what's funny? Growing up my entire life, I was an athlete. So, and I was always a small girl.
Yeah.
Like I really was small. I look back on some of my pictures and I was like, I just swore up and down. I was thick. I was a toothpick.
You thought you was thick. Hold
on. Baby, no. Like in my mind.
Oh, okay.
Baby, I was her. You understand me?
That's funny.
No, like I really thought I was thick, and I'm just looking back. I'm like, baby, you were skin and bones.
Yeah.
But I was still her. Okay. Like, but when I think about it, I was such an athlete. I didn't even think about my health because it was just a part of my lifestyle. So once I got out of high school and entered college, freshman 15, that was real cute. Yeah. It was very, very cute. And then it continued on from there. And then next thing I know, I've gained weight. And I'm like, okay, but when did this happen?
It just shows up. It just shows up.
So that grown woman weight, it does hit different. Now listen, the unks ain't mad. The unks ain't mad at the way, but still.
They love it.
But still, it's like, I didn't understand the importance of my health until I entered into my 30s. So even though I'm 2 years in, it wasn't a really big thing for me. I wasn't thinking about it in my 20s, but now if I would have realized truly how much your health is affecting you in your everyday life, I definitely would have taken it a lot more seriously.
Yes, girl. I think of all the things I used to do. I was an athlete too. So, I mean, I used to eat Taco Bell like every day. You know, we early 2000s. So Taco Bell, Whataburger, stuff like that. I wish I would eat some Taco Bell tomorrow. Nobody gonna be like, girl, who?
Or missing sleep.
Who? You know how I am about my sleep. No, for real. You gotta get your rest. It's so underrated.
It really is.
No, a lot of people are angry, frustrated, anxiety, depression. Get some rest.
Get some sleep.
We go and go and go and then stay up all night watching Netflix, scrolling through Instagram on the phone. And then you wonder why your days is all messed up and your attitude is messed up.
Sleepy, baby.
It's like my kids. You need a nap, baby. You just need a nap. That's it.
Baby, speaking of naps, you and these naps, let me tell y'all something. One thing that I love about TT Nia, this baby gonna get a nap.
Take a nap.
She gonna take a nap. And when she take that nap, she gonna wake up with full energy. Meanwhile, I'm over here like, if I go take a nap, I'm going to sleep.
I'm the queen of the power nap.
Maybe I can't do it.
Give me a good hour. I'm a completely different person.
But you know, when my sleep is off, you know I get to feeling sick. I do not feel well. Like if I don't get the adequate amount of rest that my body is telling me I need, that next day I might as well hang it up.
No, I mean, that's really true. It's talking about our health. That's a part of like a good workout regimen is to actually rest. Like your brain needs it, your muscles need it, your body needs to rest. And we just have so much overload all the time. And I think we were the generation that started social media. I remember having a MySpace in middle school. I remember when Facebook was just for college students. And I was to have so a college email. To have a college email so I could get on Facebook. So and now like our lives have just been consumed by social media. And so another lesson for me is to actually limit those things. So every once in a while, I delete the apps for 12 hours, 24 hours, and it just resets everything. Just give you a chance to think without having that constant barrage of just like other people and what they're doing and what's going on and celebrity news. And it's a lot.
It really is, especially when you talk about your mental health and what it could do to you. And when you talk about sleep, listen, I'm just like everybody else. I be on TikTok 2 o'clock in the morning, watching them little villagers make them little huts in the forest. But there are times where I have to like really put my phone down before I go to sleep. I have to make it a point to do that. Or, they'll give me that little warning. Hey, stop. You've been scrolling way too long. And then I have to, chill out. Let me get this off my phone. But it's just that for me, it's been an escape, social media. But it's an escape from the day, and I can decompress from that. But when it comes to like actually getting my rest and getting sleep, baby, I have to turn that phone down and off.
So speaking of mental health, I think another lesson for me is, so in my 30s, I started therapy. I broke that wall down and was like, no, I'm going. There was always that stigma attached to it. And then for the longest, to be honest, I didn't feel like I needed it. We always thought that therapy was just like, oh, if you just have these super traumatic experiences or you've been through extreme abuse or whatever. And, I've had some things happen in the past that I needed to work through, but I still didn't think I needed to talk to a professional like that. You know what I mean? But after like a big breakup, I was just like, no, I need to go. Let me go on and go. And so that has been a huge life changer for me. Having somebody to talk to, having somebody just give you a different perspective, and just being open to share my story with somebody else in a very intimate way has been a huge life changer for me. Therapy, please go.
Even in dating, like, you go to therapy? No, for me, therapy really has been an amazing tool that I've used to get through life. Because a lot of times life be lifing. Like hard. And it doesn't stop. And when you sit there and you can talk to somebody else about what's going on with you and make sense of what's going on in your mind, it will help you drastically in not just yourself, but in your relationships with people, in your friendships. It shows you how to talk things out. It shows you how to hear the message instead of the delivery of the message.
Yeah.
Therapy literally gives you the tools that you need to succeed in life.
Yeah.
And just like you said, it's not taught that way when you're growing up. Like, oh, something wrong with you if you go to therapy. Yeah, something is wrong because
with all of us.
Yeah. And you know what? I tell people all the time, listen, I go to therapy for the people who don't go to therapy.
Right. That part.
Because you're not wanting to do anything about you, but I am.
Yeah.
And in order for me to make the world a better place, I got to start with the woman in the mirror.
Come on. Yeah, yeah. Another thing that you said that kind of reminds me of something else for me is that you were like, life be lifing. Mm-hmm. One thing that I've learned is that life goes on. And sometimes that's a good thing. Mm-hmm. And sometimes that's a bad thing. Mm-hmm. There have been so many things that happen in my life where I just would love for everything to pause so that I can deal with this. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. A huge breakup. Still got to get up and go to work.
Don't let it happen when you're at work.
Still got to be around my family. Yeah. Still got to go to church. Still got to do the things. And I would just love for life to stop so I can deal with this. Losing somebody, going through grief, and life just keeps going. And you're like, no, something happened. Yeah. I need time. That thing gonna keep on going.
It is.
But the positive thing is, in other ways, when you make a mistake, life goes on.
It does.
You don't have to stay right here.
It does.
If you want to make a change, life goes on. Go on and make that change. You got more days ahead of you. We don't know how many. Yeah. So make that change now. So it's positive and it's negative, but that thing gonna keep going.
You know, I really wish I would have realized that a lot sooner, that life does go on.
It does.
Because, honey, you laugh at me all the time. When something goes wrong, I'll be like, oh, it's over. It's done. I give up. I have no fight in me. But I think that just came from a place of I spent so long like harping on things, and now, oh, it's not working out. Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Well, no, I give up. You're like, Shamiri, it's just plug it in. It's not really broken.
It'll be all right.
So really just taking the time to realize, you know what? This actually is gonna move on.
It's a moment.
It's a moment in time. This will not matter in a week.
Right.
This won't matter in 2 days.
Yeah, no.
It sucks right now in this moment, but life goes on.
Life goes on. That thing gonna keep on moving with or without you. Come on.
And speaking of keep on going and moving, keep on keeping on.
Yeah.
You know what? In life, I've said a lot of things that I wouldn't do. I wouldn't put up with. I don't want to be this way. I don't want to be that way. One thing that my 30s has taught me is, baby, keep a living.
Keep living.
Keep living. Because I kept on saying like, oh, when I was younger, oh, I don't believe in makeup. Do y'all see this highlight? Stop playing with me right now.
Yeah.
Or, you know, I just want to be natural. I'm going to wear my hair. Let me tell y'all something. I take these braids out. I'm going to slap a wig on. Like, I always used to say the opposite of who I am today.
Yeah.
And all I had to do was keep on living.
Yeah.
We make all these beautiful declarations, but baby, when life gets to life and you get to going on and you see how this can enhance your life or this can take away from your life, you really get to see what life is like, and you change.
That's what the old folks say. You'll see.
Baby, you understand more by and by.
You'll understand. I understand.
Let's
just say, baby, I understand.
I understand now. But it took living life.
True.
And I never would understand why the old folk, they used to have all these sayings.
Yeah.
My mama would tell me, you know, keep on going to sleep and waking up. Mm-hmm. You got to get to where I am. Mm-hmm. You got to get to where I am to get to where you going. I'm like, baby, well, okay, all right, fan, you know, whatever. But now I see.
No, because Mama, I think in our 20s, you think you know everything.
Because you do.
Because I mean,
I know it all.
Know everything.
Oh yeah.
What are you? What?
I've experienced.
I know
it all.
how this is going to go. What are you saying?
Yeah, I was with the Lord when He like the beginning, the middle, and the end. I was with Him.
Yeah, and I'm not even saying that you think that. But, you know, it's you subconsciously, it's like, no, I have this figured out. Yeah. You know what I mean? And so then you get older and realize, I don't know nothing.
No.
I didn't know that.
And even when you think you get to figuring stuff out, life will just be like,
the more you know, the more you don't know. And it's okay. That's another thing, to not know.
Yeah.
And I am still settling that lesson in my heart because I am very like structured. I want to know what's happening.
Yes.
I'm very planned. What's happening next? What's happening tomorrow? What's happening next week? My calendar is scheduled.
Meanwhile, I've written nothing down.
Right. But no, it's okay to not know.
But I think it's hard to not know because it's scary. And it's a feeling of not being in control.
Yeah, true.
And I know I can't speak for everybody else, but when I don't feel like I'm in control of something or that I understand or at least have some kind of knowledge, I don't want to partake in it. I don't want to be around it. I need to know what's going on.
Exactly.
So sometimes it gets really hard when life is lifing and you don't know which way is up.
Yeah. Yeah.
But when that's the case, that's why it's super important for you to have accountability and wisdom around you, like really getting that circle together. One of the biggest and greatest blessings that God has given me is my circle of accountability and wisdom, whether it be for my spiritual leaders, my actual parents, my friends, like just the people that I interact with. It's been such a huge help having those people in my life to say, hey, Sham, I don't know if you did that one right. Let's try that again.
Right.
Or, hey, girl, like I'm proud of you. Like you're really doing it. I see the growth that you have.
Yeah. I'm super grateful for my friends as well because I know my go-to phrase when I go talk to anybody is, tell me if I'm tripping. And I love that I have people in my life that tell me when I'm tripping.
Yeah.
And so when things happen, I'm like, no, I have a group of people, like you said, that I know I'm gonna hit my 1, 2, 3 and be like, hey, let me know. I'm open to being wrong.
Yeah. Now that's my phrase.
At 31, I'm open to being wrong. Yeah. At 21, nah, baby, I got this. Okay. I know. I'm open to being wrong. And there are times when they'll be like, nah, you wasn't right. Or nah, maybe you should do this way. And then there are times where it's like, no, you didn't do anything wrong. You can stand in that.
Yeah.
But I'm open to being wrong. And unlike what some people say about women, I'm open to apologizing. And that comes with a certain level of self-awareness as you learn these lessons to humble yourself and be like, I didn't know. I apologize. Yeah. I'm sorry.
And do it quickly.
Yeah.
Do it. One thing that I have learned in this time is to communicate. Hey, so when you said X, Y, and Z last week, in the moment, I really didn't have the words for it. But once I sat down, what did you mean? Yeah. Because if I could be honest with you, I'm taking it the wrong way. And because I want to salvage and keep and uphold and do all of these things with our relationship, let's talk about it.
Yeah. Yeah. That takes a lot of maturity. And that's something that therapy has brought out of me because I realized through therapy that I'm conflict avoidant. So anything I feel could possibly create a conflict, I'm like, it's okay. I'm good. It's all right. We don't even have to worry about it. You ain't got to worry about me. You ain't got to worry about me. Okay. So being able to actually do those kind of things to where, especially because a lot of times as women, we will just take something and run with it. Take those assumptions, we gone. Okay. Like 1, 2, 3, math is mathing. I'm out. But being able to actually have clarity.
Maybe that's the word for the season.
Clarity. Hey, what did you mean by this? Hey, how are you feeling about this? What do you think about this? Where are we right now? Are we good? How did you feel about that? Those things really can make or break those relationships that we're talking about are so important. And you'll be thinking, oh, well, just forget them if they don't understand or if they don't go with me. No, talk to people. This life is about relationships. It's about your ability to connect. So spend the time doing what you need to do to be able to healthily connect with people.
And I know that you just brought up being conflict avoidant. And sometimes that it is a hard thing to talk about somebody with, but then that just kind of shows you where you are in your relationship with them. Yeah. And it kind of lets you know like, hey, I do feel a way about even bringing this to them because I'm afraid of how they're going to react, whether it be from my own personal trauma or even from ways that they've reacted prior to when I kind of even tried to bring something up. So really just measure out where you are in that relationship and don't be afraid to do that. Yeah. And then sometimes the word does tell us to go directly to the source if we have an issue. So that's thing one. Think too, if they don't want to hear you, okay, now you bring somebody else in the mix who can really steer y'all in the right way. Someone who's neutral, someone who doesn't mind giving the perspective of both sides and understanding or even being the mediator.
Yeah.
Okay, now they not understanding. Okay, now let's take it to leadership. Now let's see, there are different channels, and it's okay to go through those things. It's okay to incorporate somebody else, but first and foremost, take it to the source.
Yeah, true.
And don't be afraid to communicate. And if you are afraid to communicate, reevaluate what the relationship is. And when we say relationships, we're talking about not only romantic, but friendship and familiar, like your family as well. Yeah. It's okay to do a temperature check. Hey, just like you said, how are you feeling? When we talked last time, I kind of noticed that things are a little different. What's going on? Do you still feel the same way?
Yeah.
And be prepared for the answer. If you know you're not in a place to hear, you know what, actually, I think this relationship is ending. Maybe not bring it up in that moment.
True. That also makes me think of another lesson that's been super important for me. From my 20s, I always thought that life was about everything you could hold on to. How much can you hold on to? How much of that money can you hold on to? How many of those friends can you hold on to? You know, and so what I've learned now, though, is that life is really about how much you can let go of. You have to let go. Yeah. Let go of people. Yeah. Let go of situations. Yeah. Let go of the past. Yeah. There's so much in life that you actually have to let go of, not hold on to. Yeah. But most of us are so busy trying to hold on to things that we need to let go of. Yeah. I know it's really important for me, like, let people go. I spent so much time trying to hold on to people. Well, why are you leaving? Yeah. Well, why are you mad at me? Yeah. Well, what did I do? Well, what? And while we can have those conversations, sometimes you got to release people. Yeah. And if they're okay leaving your life, let them. Yeah. It doesn't mean that they won't circle back, because, you know, people like to spin the block.
That's it. And
But you got to learn how to let people go. People don't belong to you.
They don't.
You don't own them. They have their journey. You have yours. The Bible said, run the race that's set before you. You got a race. I got a race. Yeah. I got to run this one. Yeah. So you got to make sure that you're not trying to hold on to everything to your detriment. Right. Yes, you fight for things. You know what I mean? And you put in the work. Yes, you put in the work. But I know I spent a lot of time and a lot of unnecessary energy on things that I had no business holding on to in the first place. Right. It'll be okay. They'll be okay. I'll be okay. Not just friends, but relationships, churches. It's so many things that if you can master how to let go, life gets so much easier. Yeah.
Let go without grieving for too long too. Because sometimes you can really stay stuck in, I let this person go. Oh, this person left my life. Yeah. But it's like, no, just let them go. And it's hard when somebody walks away and says, you know what, this relationship, I can't do it right now. But it's necessary, and it doesn't mean that you all won't come together again.
Exactly.
In wisdom.
Okay. Some people
you do need to cut off. Yeah. But I've also had some very beautiful friendships that ended, and then after a couple years, we met back up in our maturity. Yeah. Thriving. Yeah. Thriving.
Yeah. You got to learn how to let go. I did a sermon about that a couple of years ago.
A sermon, Minister Nia.
The art of letting go, because God just put that on my heart. After my last breakup, you got to let things go. Yeah. As much as it hurts, as angry as you are, and even when you have the right to be angry.
A righteous indignation.
I'm not saying that they was right. You still got to let it go. Right. Right? I'm not saying they didn't do anything wrong. Still got to let it go. You got to let things go. Let go of that anxiety. Let go of that frustration. We even talk about all the things that we have to let go of in our life as we are walking out our spirituality. Right. Trusting God. Right. In order to trust him, what you got to let go of?
Baby, your own understanding.
You got to let go. Let go of that understanding. Let go of that doubt. Let go. Let go of your plan for your life. Gotta let go.
Baby, but that's the thing right there. Sometimes letting go is extremely difficult, which is why you need to go to therapy. I know, y'all, I know we're always talking about therapy. Go to therapy. Not like really trust the aunties. Like, we know what we're talking about when it comes to that. Yeah. It's so important for you to get your mind and your heart right, man. And to get them aligned for sure. Like, of course, you can do all these things in faith, But God has given us tools by way of therapists and psychiatrists and so many different avenues in which you can get your mind right.
Yeah.
Please take advantage of those tools.
Yeah. Make yourself a priority.
Make yourself a priority.
Because for a long time, I thought that was being selfish. Putting myself first. Oh no, I need to think about everybody and what they got going on and how I can help them and how I can serve them to the detriment of myself, because I'm always on the back burner.
Baby.
Don't worry about me. I'll take the short end of the stick. I'll take the lesser out. No, you got it. I want to see you. I'm pushing everybody else forward.
And whole time you back.
Whole time I'm pushing myself back. No. I push you forward, but I'm going forward too. Yeah. It's okay to make Nia a priority. Yeah. Whatever it is that Nia needs. She needs therapy. She needs rest. She needs time. She needs a vacation. She needs more money. Whatever she needs, that should also be one of my priorities.
Right.
I'm the one I got to live with for the rest of my life.
That's so good.
Yeah.
You know what? I know that we have a lot more life lessons.
So many.
Yeah, but we really do want to get your input on these life lessons. Yeah. We want to make sure that we're really saying what y'all need us to say. And we really appreciate the response that we've gotten thus
we have amazing followers.
I mean, from purity culture to friendships to mental health. I mean, we've gotten a lot of feedback, and we are positive feedback. We are so appreciative of that. So you all continue to do that. Make sure you all are following us on all of our social medias. We're on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook.
Yeah, everything you can think of.
Spotify, Apple Music. We just got added on to Amazon Music, so shout out to us. So we truly appreciate you all's just favor with us.
Yeah, for sure.
So we are going to leave you all today. This episode has been absolutely amazing. Look forward to our next one. Until then, this has been your favorite Aunties podcast. Bye.